Hey, what's up guys? We're back again with the cheapest Goblin Giant deck in Clash Royale. The balance changes brought a big buff to the Goblin Giant, allowing the Spear Goblins on his backpack to attack 12% faster. So in celebration, we're going to be maximizing our speed all around with the cheapest possible cycle deck. That means we only have room for 1 elixir cost cards and Mirror Rage to double up our angry Shreks and swamp our opponents. In this deck, we have no big spell and no real source of damage besides our Shreks. So we can assess his strength after the balance changes. We're gonna make him do everything himself. Let's go jump straight in games with this monstrosity of a cycle deck and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make all the high effort videos possible. All right, so getting into the game. You guys know the deal. Kind of want to just wait for our opponent to make the first play so we can bombard him with a Goblin Giant. So Goblin Giant has to kill the Hog Rider. It's weird saying that that's our Hog Rider answer, but it is. So we'll see how it works. I'm going to rage up his tower and hit his cannon and hopefully do enough damage with our Goblin Giant to lock onto the value. It's not going to work out. It's just going to go and hit skeletons. Fortunately for us, we have figured out that he's got a 2.6 Hog Rider deck. So maybe, just maybe, I can get a mirrored Goblin Giant down in his face and devour his cannon and then, you know, make sure he doesn't have a second cannon for a second Goblin Giant. So we'll go for an Ice Spirit here. He's going to go for a Hog Rider. Maybe he goes in for a pre-spell. We have to go in for an Electric Spirit. Unfortunately, that was awful. The Electric Spirit should have worked out a lot better than that. I was hoping that it would tank for the Ice Spirit, so the Ice Spirit would jump onto Electric Spirit, and then the Electric Spirit would go back towards the Hog Rider, but that didn't work out at all. I'm hoping he overcommits. Please spend all of your elixir on this Goblin Giant. We'll let the Goblin Giant die. If you log on it, it would make me so happy. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. We were hoping that he would go in for a pre-log with the Hog Rider as well, but he's also not going to do that. So we're just going to sack the entire tower, because it's pretty much impossible for us to defend that. So instead, we're going to go for a Goblin Giant, we're going to heal it up, and then we're going to go for an Electric Spirit so hopefully it can chain onto the skeletons. Yes, awesome! And then the Goblin Giant locks onto the tower. That's some serious damage. We're packing a punch. Okay, so then we can go in for another Goblin Giant here because he just uses log. And then I can go for a Fire Spirit. The Spirit Goblins are still alive. He's going to get back to a cannon, but he doesn't have log in cycle. The Goblin Giant is going to lock onto the tower. It's going to kill the cannon. We got this tower on lock, baby! And the Goblin Giant got healed up by the Heal Spirit again. I don't think I have to go for a Rage. I think that'll be a slight overcommitment, so I'm not going to do it. We're in a good spot because we've done more damage to the right-hand side than he has to our left-hand side. It's only barely any damage. It's like spirit damage. But, you know, don't take that away from me. It's cool. It's a vibe. All right, we want to go for skeletons in the back, so then maybe he has to log that, and he can't go for a Hog Rider directly into that, so that'd be a vibe. We can Ice Spirit here, going for a Goblin Giant again, rage it up, and see what happens. Is he going to leave the game? Is he that mentally devastated that he doesn't want to play against the double Shreks? Yo! The double Shreks caused him to rage quit. He was too spooked. He's like, if I lose a tower to this deck, I just better delete the game or something. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I had to make you rage quit, but that was way too fun. Double the Shreks, double the dominance. Get out of my swamp. Hey, this guy hasn't hit 7,500 yet, and he has run face first into the meme machine. So we're going to go in for a Fire Spirit, and we're all fired up for this match because he is going to be trying his absolute hardest against our crazy creation. So we'll go for a Heal Spirit here because we want to save our Ice Spirit on defense because we'll probably need it. And he's going to go for Zappies. Okay. Well, we want to kind of ignore the 2 Zappies on the other side and spam into the 1 Zappy in the other lane. What if I just double Goblin Giant and rage it up? Is that a strategy? It's going to have to be a strategy because that's all I have for us right now. Oh my gosh. This just looks dumb, doesn't it? 2 Goblin Giants paving the pathway with each other. The long-lost brother from another mother. And they... Wait. Oh my gosh. We're going to be able to kill the fly machine. That worked. That was actually not a bad strategy at all. The one thing that was bad about it is we just gave him a lot of piggies, so that is unfortunate, but it's something that I can work with. I think the Fire Spirit will be able to kill that, and then we can go skeletons on the other side, and then we can go for another Goblin Giant here. There is so much for this man to fear because this Goblin Giant is getting near. Yo, he's going to go in for Mighty Miter. That's awful for me. I hate the fact that you have that in your deck because that is like one of the few cards in this entire creation that I don't think I can kill well, right? Like I got to go for Goblin Giants and kite it all day, every day. Otherwise, you're going to be able to remove it with like some small spells or something. Oh my gosh. So that's interesting. What if I go for an Electric Spirit and then a Heal Spirit and then I keep the Goblin Giant alive and then it can kill all of your Zappies and it locks onto the tower? Oh, baby. That's a triple. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so we are taking a ton on the other side, and I still think this matchup is awful because he's got Goblin Giant counters with the Goblin Hut, and then he also has Mighty Miner. So I would say this matchup is almost certainly 100% in his favor. If he goes Zappies on the same side, I can't kill them. If he just cycles Zappies on the same side, I am 100% dead. We got to go in for like a Fire Spirit here and rage up the Goblin Giant on top of the Spear Goblin Hut. So then the Spear Goblins immediately die, and then maybe we can do some damage to the tower. It's not looking good, though. It's really not looking good. We got to go in for a Goblin Giant here, and then hopefully we can go and kill everything with Electro Spirit. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm pretty sure if you have someone that has a Mother Witch as well to turn your skeletons into piggies, it's not going to work out for us. We have 200 HP on our tower. We tried our absolute hardest, but I just don't see a universe where we're able to make this happen. I mean, maybe. We still are alive, potentially, right? I mean, I played this so well, but all good things come to an end. As you guys see, even if you play a little bit better than your opponent, or maybe a lot better in this case, you're still not able to win every match if your opponent does have a hard counter with the meme deck. So we'll bounce on the next one, and we'll pray that our opponent doesn't have a Fireball bait deck where we have no Fireball, and then also Mighty Miner, Zappies, and also a Goblin Hut to stop our Goblin Giants. 3 counters is simply too much for our SirTagCR to overcome. Super tough stuff, but I'm pretty proud of how we were able to make an almost impossible matchup incredibly close. The guy only had 500 HP left on his tower, so if he got a little bit more lucky and he had one less counter, we definitely would have won. Let's roll. We got a game against Omar. He's going to end up having log and arrows in his banner, and he's a part of the Royale. So we'll see what Omar has in store for me. Definitely just gonna go for an Ice Spirit. Not gonna give him a King Tower activation with our Electro Spirit. I feel like that would be a death sentence for me, my dudes. And we're gonna go Goblin Giant. I don't know how I'm supposed to kill big beatdown strategies. Like, assuming my opponent has a real giant deck with an actual composition, this could be crazy difficult for us to defend. So I am praying that he doesn't zap or drop anything on top of these skeletons. Even if he drops minions, we would have a horrible interaction. So yeah, that's exactly what he does. I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit with a Fire Spirit, and hopefully that's able to jump on all the minions and finish them off. And then I'm going to go Goblin Giant because that's the only real source of damage that we have. So I'm going to eat all the bowler damage. And then hopefully the Goblin Giant in the right will kill the Witch or put the Witch in a bad position that I don't have to respond. Then we can go in for another Goblin Giant on the left-hand side, and then he won't end up having anything besides like Mini Pack or Skeleton Army or Dark Prince. I don't know which version of this deck he's got, but I'm hoping he just tries to go in for another Skeleton Army so we can Shrek it. Go for the Skeleton Army. I believe in you. You did it last time. Okay, you're snowballing on a Goblin Giant. I hate to break it to you. That's probably not going to work out so well. We're going to rage up our Goblin Giant, and we are able to do a lot of damage to the bowler too. This is working out wonderfully. I wish I got the rage down slightly faster so we could have preserved the Goblin Giant's health a little bit more. But it is what it is. It is working for us. As long as he doesn't afford a Giant in front of that, please go and counter the Fire Spirit. Look at the Fire Spirit and recognize that you need to respond to that for some reason. All right, we're going to rage up our tower. Or no, do we not need to? Because we have skeletons here. Skeletons might be enough. Yo, I don't even need to do anything else. That was so good. And then we can rage up the Goblin Giant on the tower. That Goblin Giant kited the bowler all the way around the map. The bowler did not even get a strike. It had no damage left to spare. And we just did a lot more than he could even think of. Like, I didn't expect to do that amount of value. This is crazy. The comeback is real, guys. After taking a catastrophic L against that Rare Recruits player, we are totally bouncing back. All right, we're going to go Goblin Giant here as well, because I want to stack up 2 Goblin Giants just because it doesn't get blocked back by the bowler. It's probably going to be our best bet. It's going to be our best avenue of winning this. So we're going to Electro Spirit here. We can rage up our Goblin Giants because I think that's going to be slightly better. As long as we don't get 3-crowned by this, it will be fine. Don't think he's going to 3-crown me right now. I do need to go in for a Goblin Giant in the left-hand... yeah, I do need to go Goblin Giant left-hand side just to stop him from going for a bowler. And then the Goblin Giant will clog up the lane. He's not going to be able to 3-crown me, right? He's got 20 seconds remaining. I just need to stop him. I just need to hold the door. 2 Goblin Giants can do it, right? There's no doubt in my mind. I believe in the power of the Goblin Giants. Let's just keep up the offense so then this guy is forced on the back foot and defending. All right, so we're going to go for the Electro Spirit here. We're going to rage up our tower again. We're going to hit him up with the Fire Spirit. We just need to keep the skeletons off of our tower. 2 seconds remaining. We got it. Let's go. And the Goblin Giants pulverized all of his units too. I might have been able to even 3-crown him if he took my tower. Everything that I could have possibly wished for worked out with our Goblin Giant spam on offense and defense. Hey, this guy loves Hog Rider looking at his name. So hopefully he, you know, just separates from the Hog Rider because it's so hard for us to kill for right now. Like, that would be one of the worst matchups that we could play against from a win condition department. The best thing would be like Skeleton Barrel or Goblin Barrel because our spirits are able to crush those. Hog Rider, it's big and beefy and it does not die to anything that we drop. Like, we kind of have to go opposite lane like you guys saw when we played against 2.6 the first game. I think we won that one and we got a little bit lucky and we made some massive outplay to win it. And it's not necessarily a reliable template to win that matchup. But we will see what we can do against piggies here as well. We don't have that much splash damage besides having the fire spirit. Oh, he's going to have cannon too. But we did learn something. If we rage up our Goblin Giant on the cannon, we are able to break through it. And then we can heal spirit to keep our Goblin Giant alive. No! Heal spirit. This is the point where you jump on a skeleton that was already going to die. So we could purposely heal up the Goblin Giant. It doesn't matter if you get value. I don't even care if you do damage to the skeleton. I just want you to heal up the Shrek. That's all I want in life. Okay, so I'm going to go for Shrek again in the back, and it seems like he is going to have a more annoying deck because he has Archer Queen. This is not what we wanted to see. That card, but Arch Nemesis. Okay, so we can go in for a Goblin Giant and dual sides because that's going to be able to soak up the damage, and it might even be able to kill the cannon. I hope it does. I don't know if it will. That's what we want. I'm going to go for a Heal Spirit here as well. He's going to go for a log. It doesn't hit the Heal Spirit, right? Oh, it clipped the Heal Spirit. No! That's awful, but it's good. It's awful, but it's great. We're getting so much damage. The Spirit Goblins. Come on now. Give me more. Give me more. I know I'm just an unquenchable thirst right now for damage, but I want more. That was the weirdest cannon ever. This man is utterly desperate to stop every ounce of damage because he only has 1,000 left on the tower. He might have messed up. He's probably going to go in for an Archer Queen in the right-hand side. So when he does that, we're going to Shrek the left-hand side and devastate him. Come on, Shrek. Get ready. This is your feature. This is your moment. And this is what we needed. So we're going to go in for a Rage as well. And we want to go in for a Heal Spirit. But first and foremost, we've got to go and Rage up the Shrek that's going to be able to take the entire tower on the left-hand side. Wait, we're back to another one. The Endless Shrek Cycle. This is too crazy. This is not real life. This is a video game. This is a Disney movie with Shrek. Oh my gosh. Clash Royale needs to buy the Shrek IP so that we can integrate a skin into this game because he deserves it after this game. All right, so he's going to go in. Maybe we can 3-crown him. Is there a possibility of that working? Like, I really want to 3-crown him. We're going to Rage it up on the 3-crown. We're going to go in for skeletons here. We have the Heal Spirit to keep it alive. We've got 15 seconds to work with. We really can just keep raging it up. This is Rage Cycle on the 3-crown, boys. Let's go. He's not even looking at it. He's not even noticing. And the movie ended in the most delightful way possible. The fairy tale ending that leaves everyone fulfilled as we fill up each one of the crowns for a delicious 3-crown victory. Hey, we got a game against Phoenix. We'll see if he's actually running that card or maybe he just wants to get reborn after he loses a game. He's like, yo, I'm back into the next one immediately. So I'm going to go in for a Fire Spirit here. Ooh, Lumberjack. Well, that's not a very fun card for us to play into because it kills my skeletons after the skeletons end up finishing off the Lumberjack. Feels bad, man. That's going to do damage to my tower because it's going to pop the Rage on me. Ridiculous to think that Rage does damage to towers, but that's how it works. We are going to go in for a Rage on top of his tower and hopefully kill his Inferno Dragon. Not going to be able to kill it quickly, but it does put in the work. We're going to go for an Ice Spirit. We should be able to get skeletons down. I'm pretty sure that that is a very dead bandit because we can Fire Spirit on top of the Magic Archer and Electric Spirit afterward. Whew, those mechanics are fire, guys. That was good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I did not know if I was going to take damage there or not because I was like, maybe the Magic Archer will kill my skeletons. The bandit will dash. That could be really bad for me. But it worked out. He's Magic Archering in the other side. I guess he's scared of me going in for like any spell at all. Jeez, the Magic Archer took forever to shoot the Spear Goblins, and because they were raged up, they actually gave us more damage. So, fully expect him to go for a bandit here again. We can fully counter it with skeletons as well. If you guys did not know, skeletons are extremely good against bandit if the bandit is by itself. I'm hoping he drops the bandit so we can show you guys the pristine skeletons placement. Don't know if he's going to do it. He's going to go Ram Rider instead, which is obviously suboptimal for me. I'm going to go in for a Goblin Giant here, and I'm going to hold my skeletons in case I don't know what he's going to do. Ooh, this is awful. So we're going to have to go in for an Ice Spirit here and a Fire Spirit and then try to get an Electric Spirit and then go in for like double spirits. Can we activate King Tower with the bandit? Yo, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Fast reflexes for days. We're still losing this game right now, but the King Tower activation was slightly satisfying. Okay, how am I going to win against Phoenix? I feel like we're in an okay spot. We might be able to break through the Ram Rider if he messes up and cycles it at the wrong time. If he's got P.E.K.K.A, we are definitely dead. So we're hoping that that's not the case. We're going to Ice Spirit here. I can Goblin Giant on the right-hand side so I can force out some extra elixir there. And then he is going to Ram Rider me. Okay, this is awful. This is not what we wanted. It's exactly what I feared. And we have to deal with it now. So we're going to go in for the Goblin Giant. We're going to go in for an Electric Spirit. And we're going to try to stun all of his stuff. And then we're going to rage all this up. Then we're going to go in for Skeletons and Ice Spirit. And I just want to, like, eat the Bandit without taking too much damage. Is that too much to ask for? I think it might be. I'm going to have to go for another Electric Spirit. I'm going to rage up my tower. I think the Ram Rider connects, and it's all over. He's giving me the thanks. No. So despite having pretty good mechanics, when they have so many things with splash damage with the Magic Archer, the fast-moving Ram Rider that is also able to do damage to my bait cards, it might be too much for us to defend. GG and well played to our opponent. Credit where credit is due. This is a pretty tough matchup. And you know what? Maybe if I had played it absolutely perfectly like a robot, I could have won, but even with good mechanics, it still wasn't enough. But losing one game never brings us down, so we're going to bounce on the next one and make a comeback. All right, we got another one against Lexus. So this guy is not cycling too much at the start. I'm going to go for a Fire Spirit and make sure that he has to drop something. So come on, give me that damage. Ooh, let's go. That's great. Getting this building out of cycle is step one for our success plan. We need the building out of cycle so the Goblin Giant can trespass straight towards the territory that we want to go to. Okay, so I think it's probably going to be a graveyard deck. If I had to guess, it'll probably be a graveyard deck, right? That would make the most sense, since you end up having a Knight and a Bowler and a lot of other cards that are kind of annoying, but also seen a lot with a graveyard. So we're going to go for Skeletons, Fire Spirit, and Goblin Giant again on the other side, and I believe that the Knight isn't going to give you that much damage. So the Electric Spirit needs to hit everything here. I wonder how well this is going to work out for us. We have a raised up tower, and the Goblin Giant's on the tower left to your side, and it's killing the Inferno Dragon. Wait, this is going extremely well. Oh my gosh, the comeback is so real for us, guys. We lost the last one, but this game is rolling. Jeez. So the Inferno Dragon targeted the wrong thing the entire time. Even though he's got Inferno Dragon, probably with Freeze, and also a Tombstone, I believe that we can make this work. I'm going to go for a Heal Spirit here. Please, 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 please. Let the Goblin Giant just thrive. Let it never die. I'm going to rage up the Goblin Giant so it can target the tower now, and then it's going to kill the Knight as well, hopefully. That one Skeleton is giving us a little bit of a bone to pick, though. Did a lot of damage to the Goblin Giant, so we weren't able to get as much value as we would want. The Knight will die to our tower here, though. The thing is, can I defend a 2,000 HP tower? Because it's like half gone already, and we're not even in double elixir yet. Oh, I'm just kind of scared. So I'm going to go in for an Ice Spirit here, and I think I want to go and apply aggression, so then we maybe apply aggression to the point that he is forced to go in for an Inferno Dragon, then we can go in for a Goblin Giant on top of his Bowler. I think he's just going to sack it. He might sack it and let us maybe 3-crown him. I'm going to go for it, guys. I'm going to roll. Please work. Please work. I need it. I need it more than anything right now. My sanity, sirs. All right, we're going to go in for an Ice Spirit here, and then we're going to go in for Skeletons. The Inferno Dragon's going to die. The Bowler is going to put enough work. And we got the 3-crown. Let's go. We rule the duels with the Shrek supremacy. Shrekking our opponents with every opportunity we get with our glorious Goblin Giant bridge spam.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.